The last race on the first day is a Class 2 contest, a really good one as well. It's over the 1,400 metres, headed by R10. Very impressive on his final start. Course and distance winner back in May. Rivet drops in class right behind Rise High on his last start. Harmony Victory makes his Hong Kong debut. Dual Group 1 winner in Brazil. California Joy goes up in class, the last start's winner. World Records a 4-time course and distance winner down to Bombay Blitz, who's run up on his final start at the back end of last year. He goes up in class as well. All right, back at the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map for this one, Brett, and probably no surprises as far as our leader is concerned here. Shamal will look to get out and get rolling.
Yep, he will. He was actually a bit slow to move and bumped, got a check in his trial, but he really recovered quickly and found the front. Rivet from a good barrier should be able to position up. He gets a drop in grade, tongue tie comes off. You would expect Beauty Spirit will roll forward too. Circuit Hassler is a possible chance of trying to roll forward. I don't think he's got the speed. It's worth noting that Blocker D has shown good enough speed in 1,200 metre races to be handy, so he's another option as well. Of the rest, world record, Ratton's the big query. Top weight, wide barrier, so impressive at the end of last season. Does he get snagged back to there, or does Neil, shop for a little spot in here somewhere? I guess it'll be up to Neil to decide on how the horse, after the horse has jumped, and how he's travelling. But Shamal's guaranteed leader. All right, so what have you seen in the morning, Paul?
Well, I'm going to start with Rattan. I think this horse is going really well. He's going nicely once again. He's not doing too much. Really confident he's going to get to triple figures, this horse. He's rated 99. Rivet, his best run, I think, was at the back end of last season when he did run behind Rise High. He's sort of taken a long time to acclimatise his expensive horse, but his off-season looks like it's done him the world of good, so he's going nicely. And World Record should get the race run to suit. It's a really fast pace, and he's going nicely as well. He comes in with a lightish weight, does World Record, and he's 29 pounds he's dropped as well.
That's rather complimentary from you regarding Rivet, because you weren't really complimentary about him at the end of the season.
I was at the start, and then
you went off.
Then I went off him. So, it's one of those love-hate relationships.
He's had a little breather and freshen up. You're back on.
Yeah. All right, well, let's have a look at some of them in action. We're going to start off here with Rattan. This is the win we were talking about. So good last season. 4 lengths he won by. Very impressive indeed. The other horses to keep an eye on, Circuit Hassler, front and centre, and World Record. Just with a bit of cover there as they swing in. Well,
Circuit Hassler, I didn't like his trial leading in, so I'm happy to let him go. World Record's capable when he reels off a good final sectional. But Rattan absolutely bolted up. You can see him getting into the clear here. And he surprised me a little bit. I think he surprised a lot of people this day on just how well he let down. And maybe it was the fact that they stretched him out to the Classic Cup and the Derby distance. It just built that extra strength. And then he came back in distance and really just oozed that little bit of extra quality, just found that little bit of extra quality. Looks like it might be the case. He was very powerful, and his recent trial was just as good leading in.
Yeah, I reckon it could be déjà vu on Sunday with him beating World Record again.
Yeah, I had a look at his Derby run. He was impeded a number of occasions. It's actually a better run in the Derby than it looks on paper.
And again, Neil Callan on the pre-season special speaks about Rattan. This is Beauty Spirit we're having a look at here. Just the one start to judge him on last year.
Yeah, he's an interesting runner too, because we're going to touch on Harmony Victory shortly. Now, Beauty Spirit came in on a rating of 86. He won a Group 2 at Caulfield, the Autumn Classic over 1,800. Only saw him once last season, Paul.
Yeah, he didn't have the clearest of runs. He finished well at the back. But again, he's another horse that's taken a bit of time to acclimatise. And he's another one that seems to have improved in the off-season. This trial wasn't too bad. He did fight nicely enough to the line. So I've got him in on a minor line.
That horse that won that trial, that's A Beautiful, who runs earlier on in the day. So should he perform well, that'll be a good lead-in.
All right, interesting runner here in the shape of Harmony Victory, who's moved across from Brazil. Let's hear from the jockey, Umberto Rispoli.
He's a very nice horse. He looks like not ready 100%, but he's a horse that he can run a decent race. Obviously, it's always tough when a horse first came here in a Class 2. Big competition, horses ready, already few horses. They are the winner in the class, but nice throw. He can run a good race.
In that trial, he got back, but he was finishing off well. Are they the sort of tactics you think will be used for him on Sunday?
Well, actually, he didn't jump properly, but it wasn't the plan to stay at the back. But I prefer just to let him jump as much comfortable how he was. So I wish with the draw 4, I got a few nice horses next to me. I try to follow them and see what happens.
And some celebrations for you. Happy 30th birthday, Umberto.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's nice gap, getting old. But you know, when you you finish the 20, so now we're on 30. Anyway, I still feel young inside.
There you go. But it'll be interesting to see what this horse can do. Harmony Victory on debut. But Rattan's come up as favourite there, Paul. You with him as well?
Yeah, I've got him on top. I think he can go right to the top. This horse, he's a very nice horse. We saw that turn of foot last time. He's on top to beat world record. Beauty Spirit, the improver, and we'll give Rivet a chance as well. Another one that seems to have settled in finally. 110, 7 and 3. I think the one can win the last.
So do I. Look, top weight, wide barrier. It's hard to overcome, but he looks to ooze a bit of class. You saw him in that trial. They're absolutely trucking in the back of the field in that trial. Rivet, I think, gets a lovely run. Bombay Blitz probably need the run, but he's got the lightweight Beauty Spirit. 1, 3, 13, 7.
Yeah, and 1 and 3 for me as well. I think Rattan very hard to beat, but Rivet certainly seems to be heading in the right direction now. Stats we're looking at now. The first stat of the season is a first day stat as well for Chris Sopel.
Yeah, Chris So's gone really well in the last few seasons. For the last 3 seasons, we're just going to highlight. He's had 25 runners over the last 3 seasons on opening day, with 3 winners, 3 seconds, 2 thirds. So he's got a 32% first 3 rate, which is good for this particular one. Turf Sprint, I think, is the one to watch. I can't see him out of the first race.
He won the first race last season with Top Beautiful, and of course the now departed Joe Moreira won the first 5 races on opening day last season.
It's all right. We'll see if we can land the best bets, if nothing else, for you. Paul, who's the first one of the year?
I want to go with Wishful Thinker. Could be the open bet there, because he comes in at the right weights. His trial was very, very good, and that race does suit horses with light weights. Guided Dragon at $14 is the outside of the field at the moment. So I'm going to take him as my long shot. There's only 8 in it, so he's an each way bet to nothing. And the play of the day around Wishful Think, I think Jumbo Luck can run well and win his way as well. So 2, 5 and 7.
Going early, race 1, number 1, Super 18. Jack Wong, the £10 claim, I think, is potentially the deciding factor. He should get a lovely run on that outside rail. Romantic Bonanza for the new jockey on the scene. Very impressive Griffin, I thought, when he won. He's the long shot. Play of the day, Victor Emperor, the banker, with 2, 5, 10, 12 in the first leg of the TT. I think Victor Emperor has been sorted for this race perfectly.
All right, OK. For me, going later on in the programme, Noble Steed in race number 8, Chad Schofield in the saddle. I think he finds the front to be very, very hard to run down. I'm sort of shooting myself in the foot here because it's going to be a Schofield race-to-race double, so there'll be money for attention, and he's not a long shot.
Value runner.
But he should be an each-way price. That's what we're hoping for. Attention, race 9, number 1. Play of the day, 2, 5 and 9. All right, there you go. Those are the specials for the weekend. Hopefully they salute as well. But that's it for the first show of the new season. 87 more to go.
That's right, Andrew. Yeah. It's a long home straight, isn't it, so to speak? Obviously, a massive amount of people on course expected, and there'll be plenty of things going on with the traditional dotting of the I's and the banging of the gong, Paul.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Do we get a gong sound?
No, I'll let that go.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday when we'll be racing to win.
Good evening.
Good evening.